Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Monday, August 28, 2017. If you want to follow us on Twitter, please go to CATEX TV. Big news today, of course, is Tropical Storm Harvey, which is inundating the United States' fourth biggest city, Texas, Houston, Texas, I should say. In some areas, they're expecting as much as 50 inches of rain before this storm clears out sometime Wednesday. At least 6 people have been killed. It's the most powerful hurricane to hit Texas in more than 50 years. The problem is that the storm is simply sitting over central South Texas near the Houston area. Some 50,000 people have been evacuated and moved out of various areas. The rivers in the Houston area have exceeded record cresting totals. The Gulf of Mexico, which is home to the nation's refining capacity in Texas, is completely shut down. The ExxonMobil Baytown refinery, the second largest refinery in the U.S., is shut down. 230,000 people in the Houston area are without electricity as of this morning. Houston's George Bush Intercontinental Airport, one of the country's busiest, is completely shut down. Forecasters are completely flummoxed. They've never seen anything like this. Worse yet, what's begun to happen is that a number of reservoirs in the Houston area have begun to exceed capacity, causing structural concerns on the part of engineers. And as a result, in the midst of this ongoing inundation of rain, the city has decided to begin controlled releases of water from the reservoirs, which is adding to the flooding situation in the bayous and creeks and tributaries leading out of the reservoirs, worsening the situation. More than 30,000 people are housed in emergency shelters already in the Houston area. The cost of this could hit about $30 billion, according to some estimates, with less than a third of that total likely to be insured. According to Aon, a historic event is currently unfolding in Texas. It will take weeks until the full scope and magnitude of the damage is realized. It's already clear that an abnormally high portion of economic damage caused by flooding will not be covered. Of course, most homeowners' policies in the United States specifically exclude flooding. This requires people to buy flood insurance policies either from the federal government or from the private sector. In all instances, the policies are backed by the National Flood Insurance Program. The National Flood Insurance Program is currently about $25 billion in debt and is due to be reauthorized because it's going to expire on September 30th. It's estimated that less than 1/6 of the homes in the Houston area have flood insurance coverage. This is going to cause a very serious financial situation because these people will have no coverage and their homes will be destroyed. Insofar as the private markets go, State Farm has the largest share in the market for home coverage in Texas. Allstate is publicly traded, has the second largest share. Some analysts are estimating that Allstate could incur $500 million of pre-tax cat losses, which would shave about 89 cents off its earnings per share. So, it's quite a mess. In Africa, authorities in Sudan are urging people living along the Nile River in Khartoum and areas to the south of the capital to take precautions against renewed flooding this week. A statement issued yesterday by the government warned of, quote, massive floods later in the week. Over the past month, flooding damaged some 3,000 homes over in Khartoum and the Al Jazeera region. Sudan controls the middle reaches of the Nile, whose water levels peak in late summer. In the UK yesterday, on a beautiful Sunday on a 3-day weekend, today's a bank holiday in London, about 150 people were treated in hospitals and hundreds more affected by an unknown gas which hit the East Sussex coast. Burling Gap Beach was evacuated yesterday when people reported breathing difficulties and vomiting when a, quote, mist appeared. Sussex police reported this morning that the gas cloud appeared to have cleared. In the past, chemicals have drifted across from European industrial units, but weather models apparently did not lend any credence to the onshore source coming from northern France. Beaches in the area were open as normal today. Thousands are expected The shelter-in-place, remain indoors warning has been lifted. In Kenya, a ban on plastic carrier bags has come into force, which means that anyone found selling, manufacturing, or carrying them could face fines of up to $38,000 or prison sentences of up to 4 years. The government says that the ban will help protect the environment. Manufacturers of the bags argue that some 80,000 jobs could be lost. A number of other African countries have outlawed plastic carrier bags, including Eritrea, Rwanda, and Mauritania. Kenya's environment minister says the plastic bags take between 20 and 1,000 years to biodegrade, and what's happening is they end up in the food chain. A horrible statistic is that most abattoirs in Kenya, upon slaughtering cows for beef, find as many as 20 bags per cow in the stomachs of the cow. We'll keep an eye on Hurricane Harvey, and our thoughts and prayers are with the people in Texas. In the meantime, if we have any other breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.